My name is Brian Sweeney, and I am a parishioner at Sacred Heart in West Des Moines. I am the Director of Finance and Operations for Iowa Catholic Radio, and I am a puppy foster and foster trainer for Puppy Jake Foundation. So to be a Puppy Jake foster, you are responsible, or we are responsible, for the day-to-day training of a service dog for about 2.5 years. The dog lives with us. We go to class once a week with professional dog trainers, and after 2.5 years of successful training, the dog goes to a disabled veteran with post-traumatic stress and does life-changing work that I don't think people aren't even able to do. The things that the dog can do is, in our training curriculum, the dogs have 45 standard commands that we teach them over the 2.5 years, everything from basic obedience to even specialized skills like opening a handicap door, turning light switches on and off, retrieving dropped items from the floor, or maybe some real special need that a veteran might have. And so we get them ready to not only be a helper around the house, they can be a calming influence and help to navigate crowds, giving the veteran a greater sense of security and allowing them to be out and about in public on their own, where prior to that, many of our veterans practically trapped in their own house because of their anxiety level really doesn't allow them to interact with the public on their own.
How long have you had Simon?
Just short of 3 years.
Has he been a big help?
It's absolutely. He's got me out of the house.
Oh, that's good. Hey, Simon.
How are you?
Doing well.
Good to see you this morning, huh?
So this is Denny Dorman.
Benny, of course, you know my friend here, Bishop. How are you doing? Good.
So Denny's got his dog there. That's Simon.
Simon?
Uh-huh.
Good to see you, Simon. So, good morning to both of you. Delighted that you're with us this morning. Congratulations, Denny. You've been in Korea twice, as I understand, in service, huh? Wonderful. Well, to be able to talk about that a little later and your experiences there. And today, of course, with Brian Sweeney, who we see every time we come into the studios down here at Iowa Catholic Radio, a very integral part of the operation here. So great to have you with us this morning, Brian.
Thank you, Bishop.
And not only do we see you, we see your companion all the time. He's ever so faithful. Yes. And today we're going to talk about the Puppy Jake Foundation and why that dog is so companionable to you all the time that he's there, huh?
My father was always he was a veteran, very active in Veterans Affairs, and so my father-in-law was a career military man in the Air Force, and so we've always had a real big affinity for the military and Veterans Affairs, and this just turned out to be a great way to give back and to help those who have really, literally risked it all for the freedoms that we enjoy every day.
What did your outcome of the war, and what are kind of the ongoing effects that you feel in your own life?
Well, I became kind of a recluse. I stayed in mostly because people have a tendency to slam things down and make a lot of noise, and that upset me for a long time. And Simon's got me over that. If he sees that I'm starting to melt down, he'll come up and get on my lap and get his nose right in my face.
It's remarkable how they have that sensitivity.
One of the stories that really struck me was I know of a veteran who his night terrors were really, really bad, to the point where his wife was not able to sleep in the same bed as him because he thrashed around so bad it was physically dangerous for her. And he got his service dog, and his service dog started breaking up the night terrors. And then when he allowed the service dog to sleep in bed with him, it calmed him down to the point where his wife could come back and sleep in the same bed peacefully after he'd had the dog for 6 or 7 months. I mean, and that, it doesn't sound like maybe a big thing, but it was a huge improvement in their quality of life, and they are very, very happy with their service dog. And I know that that veteran now is able to go and grocery shop and do errands on his own when he was not able to leave the house by himself.
I see you all the time with your dog. And do you get quite attached to these dogs?
You do get attached to them. I mean, I've had PJ, who's with me today, since March of 2017. He'll graduate at the end of September, so I'll have had him about 2.5 years. And the day that we turn the dogs in for, to be placed with our veterans it's a difficult day, but we know that the dogs do life-changing work, and so that makes it a little bit easier. PJ will be the second dog that I've placed. We graduated Ike in May of 2017, but I miss him, but I know that he's done a great work for the family of the veteran that has
That's
Ike.
terrific. And